I was reading tons of program notes from all the high schools that I've seen do this. And every director, and before I started reading them, I started writing my own. And it, of course, starts out with, wow, what a challenge. This is one of the most difficult shows that any theater company can do. It's got blah, 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 blah. And you read every set of program notes, and somewhere in every set of program notes is essentially the same paragraph. Wow. You know, look, the word wow appears somewhere. Wow. What an undertaking. Wow. What difficulty. You know, what a challenge, but we rose to it. You know, we rose to the challenge. You now have to rise to the challenge. We are going to finish blocking the show tonight. That's it. No more blocking. That's why there's no more scripts. Because now it's time to take all this stuff that we've done, all the character work that we've done, all the blocking, all the dancing, all the singing, put it together, and build a show.
Oh, they'll be ready. You know, it's high school kids. Myself, when I was a high school kid, and myself a lot of the time now. Until it's right there, until they really sense the urgency, people by nature tend to procrastinate things. And they'll sense the urgency and they'll pull it together, and they always do, and I have faith that they will, but my job is to make sure that they know that they've got to get it done. So yeah, I'm sure that everything will be fantastic. Right now, you know, we still have some work ahead of us, but I have no doubt that this will be fantastic.
It's very powerful. I'm filled with energy.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. I used to love it. Last year I was backstage when it started, and everyone was like, would like freak out. I can't imagine how much they freak out.
It's extremely kind of hectic, almost, because you got to get everything on. You got to get your mics on. You got to get your makeup on, and I feel like a cake, just a huge wedding cake with all the makeup and the dress.
Opening night is a little hectic, usually, because you just, you know, especially for me, this opening night, I'm hoping that the new scanners we have for scanning people in with the tickets are going to work, and I'm probably just going to be running around. I feel like I always run around like a chicken with your head cut off. It's kind of high stress running around, and so I'll probably be, you know, thinking about all that until Saturday night. The last show is when you really start to realize that that's the last time you're actually doing the show, you know, after all the months of doing it over and over again, and that's when it starts to hit you that this, you know, being that you've put your life into for the last several months is actually going to be over very soon, and it's hard.
What's running through my mind is extreme happiness that so many people have come to see it, because that's what really, people may debate this, but when you have a full house, it says something greatly about the show in itself and also about the people in the show, because it means that many people want to come and see us. So I would feel really happy to see that many people, and also, you know, tiny bit of butterflies, because I'm not one to get stage fright, but still, there's a lot to be nervous about if it's a full house.
Basically, just that face. And then what I do to sort of cope with that stress, I massage my cheeks a lot. That loosens me up. I massage my throat, and I like to trill like.
I don't really get nervous anymore. I used to really get nervous. I'd get like stage fright and I'd get up there like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to sing now, la la la. I'd get terrible stage fright, but I mean, at this point, I know I sound like an old man. At this point in my life, I've just kind of figured that there's no point in getting all nervous over people who you're probably never going to see again, and you might as well give them a performance. And it's more fun to do that than be like,
I'm probably going to be nervous as anything, and I want to give them a good show, and I don't want to humiliate myself in front of them. That's basically what's going through my head.
Oh my God, this is really happening. This is what we've been working towards since November. This is it.
That's the main thing I love about acting. I love the the audience out there, you know, paying to come in and watch what we've been working on for the past 4 months or whatever it's been. I get such an adrenaline rush out of the crowd sitting there, you know, watching us, and I just can't get enough of it. So I guess the only thing I could do in that situation is just realize that I've made it, and this is what I started this whole thing for.
The memory that usually sticks with me the most is not something that I've had yet, and that is when I actually get to sit on opening night or closing night or during the runs of the show in the back of the house and watch the show. And one of my favorite pieces every year is when the show ends and they come out and do their curtain calls and the audience is clapping and cheering and applauding, and I get chills every year from that, because it's just, they've worked so hard, and it's so nice to get that kind of gratification and that kind of response from 850 people sitting in the audience, and it's just really an overwhelming feeling for me. That is the thing that I look forward to most every year.
First night is going to be adrenaline, exciting. Second night is going to be a little less exciting, but it'll still be nighttime and adrenaline. Saturday matinee, we're going to be exhausted and hating that the Cappies are coming to the Saturday matinee because it's daytime and it's weird and it's not even going to be that good. I mean, it will.
It will, but like not as good as like the other one.
There was a spark, and it was that nervous spark, right? It's, oh my God, it's our first show. I'm nervous. And that, as I said that night, gives you just the right amount of energy to really do this show the way it should be done.
We have a dedicated cast, dedicated principals. Once we get the cast in here, I think the energy and the morale are going to be way up. The passion behind each character is, I think, enough to make the whole school want to come and see it.
I think people will walk out of the auditorium and be shocked that it was a high school production. I love these kids. I just love the whole process. I just love everything about it. If I were not doing this, I can't tell you what I would be doing.
So many things have been opened up to me that I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, after college I might want to be an actress, maybe.
I've never done anything like this before. I hardly knew that I could sing, or much less act. Like, this kind of gives me a better outlook on what I can accomplish in my life and what I can do in the future.
The chain will be broken and all men will have their reward. Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and stand with me? Somewhere beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see? Do you hear the people sing? Say, do you hear the distant drums? It is the future that they bring when tomorrow comes.
It's a support group. It's a family. It's where you can go and be crazy and silly and no one even cares.
It's just, I get such an adrenaline rush out of the acting. I love the singing. I love the family. I love the people here, and I really wish I didn't have to leave it.
Next to my family, it's really everything.